Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yeah, so now everyone is wanting to talk about what we've been talking about for decades and years. Why aren't black coaches being hired? Why are we limiting ourselves to black coaches? Why aren't black owners being hired? NBA, I heard the NBA ain't racist. They always got black coaches and presidents, but why we ain't got no owner but one? And it's Michael Jordan, right? LeBron's probably gonna be the second owner, right? When he retired, he gonna go right to the office, right? Am I lying or am I telling the truth? Now, this is the thing that makes me upset is that these analysts and people know, they know that they aren't going to hire black coaches. That's the way NFL works. The NFL's like that towards black quarterbacks and everybody. You know why? It's because it's from the same media. The same media tells you that these black guys can't play quarterback or be a president. Now they're looking for them to be hired when you done tore them down. Y'all done tore Lamar Jackson down. Guy won an MVP 2 years ago, but now he's being torn down. He can't throw, right? Nice, he can't throw. He's just a running back. Well, a running back can't throw 60-some% from the pocket, sir. A running back can't make the throws that Lamar Jackson is making, sir. If they could, they would have been a quarterback as well. So this is the things that blacks have to deal with. And everybody continues to be surprised. For what? What are you surprised for? The only thing you should be surprised for is if they get a black owner in the NFL. Shout out to Strictly. Make sure you go to his page. Strictly No Limit to My Success. He sent me some basically saying they're interviewing candidates to be the first black owner. Well, we got to at least get one in there. So now it's only one. All we're good for is one owner, right? Then once the NBA have two, they'll be like, look, we gave y'all what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted a black owner. No, we want fairness. We want equality. We shouldn't be fighting for equality in the new ages with technology and everything. They're even racial and prejudiced when it comes to technology. Don't be black and you created something. They're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go over here to the white guy. I trust him more. Even your own people will do it. The right coon tones will do it too. All I'm saying is, we just want fairness. That's all. We just want fairness. We want to be able to go into a job and be like, you know what? We're being judged off of a performance, not our skin tone. Listen to this.
Despite coaching in his fourth consecutive AFC Championship game, Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy still hasn't landed a head coaching gig despite being a hot candidate for the past several years. Bieniemy interviewed for the Broncos job that eventually did go to Nathaniel Hackett, and so far none of the vacancies in this NFL coaching cycle have been filled by African American coaches. And As we've been talking about him for the last couple of years now. So, Shannon, what is going on?
Nothing. There's been a lot of symbols, a lot of symbols, a lot of gestures. They got all these catchy slogans on the back of helmets, Skip, end racism and stop hate. And they got these hats now. They got diversity and equality and all that stuff. That don't mean anything. That's nice symbolism. Those are nice gestures. But at the end of the day, there's no substance. There's no teeth to what they're saying. And Skip, I don't really know what the NFL can do. I believe Commissioner Roger Goodell is doing everything he possibly can. But at the end of the day, you don't have minorities in position. There's only one. I mean, well, there's two. Miss McCaskey, Virginia McCaskey, she owns the Bears. She's a female. You have Shad Khan down in Jacksonville. He owns the Jags. But other than that, Skip, you got white men. And white men, and what we've seen, have a propensity to hire other white men that look like them, that talk like them, or got referred to them that somebody that looked like them and talked like them. I've never heard a coach have to do what Andy Reid did for EB yesterday. He's been calling the plays. Kyle Shanahan never did that for Sean McVay. They never did that for Matt LaFleur. He never had to do that for Matt Nagy. When you look at the other guys that have gotten jobs and never called plays, the head coach never had to say he called the plays. But that's what Andy Reid is having to do for EB. And it still has gotten him nowhere. Because you know what? Everybody else with Tom Brady, nobody said it was Tom Brady. How many guys got jobs because of Tom Brady? Now, Eric Bieniemy, they say, well, that's all Patrick Mahomes. They say that's all Travis Kelce. That's all Tyreek. That's all Andy Reid. When other guys have had just comparable talent and got jobs, and nobody said it was because of the talent. I don't believe EB probably gonna miss out in this hiring cycle. Probably one guy, probably Brian Flores, is probably gonna be the only African American, Skip, that gets one of these head coaching jobs. And it's a shame, but what else can you do, Skip? How do you tell a man that's worth $5 billion, $8 billion, $12 billion who he or she can hire? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. You can't.
You can't legislate.
No, you can't. Even if you told him. I guarantee you, if you told Jerry Jones, you can if you get a black head coach, we'll put you in the Super Bowl.
No,
man, I ain't gonna be able to do it. No. They not gonna do it. Ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
I would like to think under that circumstance.
Nope.
But, okay.
Because Skip, you're telling him what to do. And people that got that kind of power and that kind of money, Skip, they don't like being told what to do.
No.
They got to tell others.
Okay, I'm going to reiterate the circumstance we find ourselves in. Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator and the play caller for a team that has been to 4 straight AFC Championship games.
4 straight.
It has always been something of a head scratcher to me, the way your sport has worked, the sport I've covered for many, many years. But it's just the way of the world that coordinators get head coaching jobs. I've never quite understood why a coordinator qualified to be a head coach, because you could have no idea, just because you're calling plays or strategizing in a defensive meeting and presiding over a smaller group of men, that you can command the whole football team.
Correct.
It doesn't equal. It doesn't translate. And many, many, many times we see, let's start with white coordinators, fail miserably as head coaches because they're not CEO types. They're not commanders of men. But in this case, so many white coordinators have gotten jobs, and we just saw it again twice yesterday. Boom, boom. Nathaniel Hackett and Eberflus.
Hold on.
Right?
Did Hackett call plays?
Did not call plays. He's called them before. He called them in Jacksonville, called them in Buffalo, but he did not call plays for the Green Bay Packers because the head coach called the plays. So this smacks of a situation I went through with a man that you know very well, a man who was white, and that was Dan Reeves. He was your
head coach, first
head coach. I got to know Dan very well when he was the offensive coordinator under Tom Landry. But Tom Landry called all the plays because he did it all. He ran the whole show. He ran the defense and the offense because he would cede no control.
Because he came from that side of the football.
He did. And it was so hard on Dan Reeves because he was the bridesmaid about 10 straight times for head coaching jobs where he came in second. And after about 4 or 5 seconds, the league starts saying, well, there's something wrong with him.
Correct.
That's what's happened to Eric Bieniemy. He's finished second or third or whatever he's finished. How many times, how many interviews has he gotten? He's probably just worn out from the interview process, right? He's probably, as we speak, saying, I got to go do another interview because it's humiliating.
Maybe he should take his name out the search.
Maybe.
Maybe he should pull a Dan Quinn and say, you know what, I'm going to stay right.
Okay.
And he'll never get a job.
Yeah.
If you do, you're not pulling what a Josh McDaniels did. Have the job, Skip, and resign via fact. Skip, Josh McCown is coaching high school football. He's gotten 2 interviews with the Houston Texans for their head coaching job.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh has been unbelievable. John Harbaugh was a special teams coach. Joe Judge was a special teams coach.
Good point.
How many black special teams coaches you think will get an opportunity to interview for a head coaching job?
None. That's a big none. Big none.
That's all we're saying.
Yep.
Just level the playing field. If you don't need it, and I'm saying D'Amico Ryans with D'Amico Ryans. Hell, Joe Staley, the head coach of the Chargers, 1 year of calling plays on the defense for the Rams, he got the head coaching job. But we need to see more from D'Amico Ryans. Oh, we do, huh? So now all of a sudden we need to see more. We need other guys have gotten jobs that have not called plays on the offensive side of the football. Now EB, well, but damn, Andy came out yesterday. Eric Bieniemy calls all the plays. When have a coach ever had to do that?
No.
And you better not mess up. You get one chance, David Culley.
Yeah.
You know and then the general manager gonna come out there and say he saved the sinking ship. So now he get the ship back to shore.
He did.
Now you throw him overboard.
He's gone.
Man, I tell you what.
Your man Vance Joseph deserves another shot. I thought he was really good at what he did.
Yes.
Brian Flores was really good in Miami. I know they didn't make the playoffs, but he is really good. If these men don't get second shots, it will be a crime.
Yeah.
And it will be a blight on this league that we love.
Skip, the reason why Coach Tomlin has lasted so long, he's had big men.
Yep.
You get a guy like that, you gonna let a black coach get one of those guys. Let him get an Aaron Rodgers. Let him get a Patrick Mahomes. Let him get a Big Ben. And see how long he stays on the job. When you don't have those guys,
We'll let Jim Caldwell get paid.
Manning, and he went to the Super Bowl.
He did.
And then he had 1 year, and then he went back again. They lost in the first round. Then Peyton has the neck injury. He goes 2-14. He's gone. So you go to the Super Bowl, you make the playoffs. You have one down year, you're up out of there. Look at what he did in Detroit. And they have Matt Patricia. Ooh, Matt Patricia. Ooh,
Pencil.
ooh. And now look at it.
Yeah. Now look. I hear you, but they don't hear you.
Oh, and Dan Campbell. Look, how many black coaches you think gonna go 3-13, Skip, and get biting off kneecaps and
He gives good post game.
oh yeah. And I'm not saying that he don't deserve, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
you're not getting no opportunity. You're not gonna start winning whatever you started and win 2 of your last 4 games,
No.
and then talk about he coming back. He's done a great job.
Yeah.
It's frustrating considering I feel like we've been talking about this for years.
And this year is what? It is January 28th, 2022. And we're still fighting to get a coaching job in the NFL or the NBA. Like, we're fighting to get ownership. We should be talking about ownership. We should have had 4 or 5 owners by now, if not 8 or 10. This is what I'm telling you. Pink folks, stop trying to act blind to the facts. I hate when they come here saying, you're being racist. Well, okay, I'm being racist then. I'm prejudiced. Because I feel like you guys are babied, y'all pampered, the system looks out for you guys, and you are allowed to do whatever you want. Y'all can mess up on the job and get another job tomorrow. Us, if we messed up, we ain't going to get that same job. We're going to get knocked down to like $5 or $8 an hour. Challenge me on that, white boys, white women. Challenge me on that, you other folk. Challenge me on that, you coon tones. It's a dang shame. It is a dang shame. It is 2022 and we're still fighting for the same it we were fighting for in the 1950s and 60s. And y'all Negroes running around here talking about LeBron James, the king. If he the king, why are we still going through this? If he the king, why hasn't he spoken out against? Why hasn't he done action? Why hasn't he put people's feet to the fire? I know why. Because he's a token Negro. So stop celebrating these token Negroes and open up your eyes. Thank you for listening. I'm out. Live Boy and Deezy.